a little different.
Yeah, looking for the go live button. Oh, we are live. Look at that. I found the go live button. Hey guys, Tank here. How are you guys doing? We are live on YouTube. Tonight we're going to talk about two things. Lyle, Rudy,
Yeah,
Piper.
a little different.
Yeah,
looking for the go live button.
Oh, I clicked on the
we're
wrong
live.
button
Look at that.
again.
That's not
Darn.
me. I'm muted.
Yeah, I know. I screwed up. So I'll start with the Lyle thing right at the beginning. We have not seen Lyle here for a long time. I don't think this is the issue because I did talk to him offline by text, by phone. But after I met him for the first time in person, we met up at a RC tournament or our crawling event. Everything was fine, but somebody from out west put a comment on his video saying you're a friend with that guy after what he said about you. And that piqued my curiosity. And I asked him, what did I do? And he said, you said something about me losing my house. You laughed about it, or you said a joke, or you said something. And I go, what exactly did I say? And even him could not remember. But I have a very dark humor sometimes, and I say jokes and I say things that maybe I shouldn't, or I think it's funny, but it's not funny at all. I don't even remember what I said. And I told him publicly, if I said it on RC Talk Live, I'm going to apologize to you on RC Talk Live. And I did apologize to him by text. From this day, I went back and looked at a couple videos that he was on during that time, and I cannot find what I said or what I did. But I don't know. And I'm terribly sorry. Like I told him, my humor sometimes is strange. You got to know me as a guy to actually understand my jokes sometimes, because I say stupid jokes or dad jokes sometimes. And I'm sorry if I said something. Lyle's even said, don't worry about it. I don't even remember what you said, and it's okay. But looks like some people out west do remember or are bitter for what I said. So again, I'm sorry that I said a bad joke. I have no idea, but it was not meant to harm anybody or to be in bad taste.
Tank, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tank, I wouldn't be on here if I didn't like you. And I've known when I first got in here, just coming in here, you got to have a thick skin. But I remember when Lyle was going through all his, we'll just say, moving process. I myself don't remember you ever laughing about his situation. What I remember you asking is, what can we do to help the situation? I mean, if they have some proof, show me the proof. But I mean, yeah, Tank has some dark humor, but damn.
Yeah, so I have no idea, but I told him I was going to apologize in the live, which I've done now. Terribly sorry.
Good on you. Good on you, Tank.
And I'll try to be a little bit careful of the humor I say sometimes. But if I say something, guys, and you don't agree of it, say it right away. Say it's in bad taste, or say, hey, I don't agree with that, or it's not funny and you shouldn't say that. And I'll just change subject. I'll move to something else, or I'll explain myself, or I'll actually say, hey, wait a minute, this is not meant in any way to harm anybody. But terribly sorry about that.
So I'm glad you said that, Frank, and I'm hoping he will show up again and join us, because we enjoy having him around.
We enjoy everybody that comes here.
You know, we enjoy everybody here, but he's
missed.
He's in people's hearts, especially. We want to say hi to Jack's Kitchen, Papa's Shorty, Bruno, Robert, there was a lot of people that just flooded in when you were talking, Frank. So Guru.
Jack, shut up.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying to catch up.
No, Jack is saying it's the first time you ever
Said
said sorry.
Jack.
I don't think it's the first time I ever said sorry.
No, it's not the first time he said sorry because he apologized for me way back when, and I'm still trying to figure out why he apologized for me, but it is what it is.
And I did apologize. I did apologize for Brad one time. We were kind of mean on him, and I did apologize to Brad.
All right.
It happens. Shit happens.
We're
We're all adults. Let's grow up and move on and have fun.
Hey, Jason.
Of course, I can't find the shocks.
Let's put up flyers for Lyle Lost House so we can find it. There's that too dark a humor.
Yeah, that's too dark of a humor.
That's too dark a humor. Sorry. Too soon.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Tank is a flog. That's what Jack said.
That's
All right.
what.
about to pop up some rounds up in here. Damn.
Damn, we're fighting words. Get in here and tell me that in live.
I enjoy occasional
That's
flogging,
Jack
yeah.
for you.
I know.
Keegan. Join occasional flogging.
You know, I'm in the background because I'm watching the chat. So
I hope these
you
springs
may not
are
be able to
stronger.
see me, but you're gonna hear my mouth.
And we do have a contest that all of us, the Oka community, started and actually started giving money to it on my PayPal account to actually give to the winner of this. And we're just a little over $200 right now. So thank you everybody that participated and gave some money. It's not about the money. It is about enjoying ourselves, having fun, and trying to push the limit of what the truck can do. And I'm going to say sorry for Jem's hobby. He did get some spacers because I told him, don't tell anybody what you're going to do and just hide it. But I meant to other people, not the judges or me. If you're going to do something that pushes the limit of the rules, or not going to bend them, but push the limit of something, pass it by me first and we'll see. But he did try to get some wheel widener. He did get him, but then I told him, no, you can't actually use them. For the simple reason we said stock axles, and wheel wideners modify the width of the axles. Therefore, it's not right to use them. Josh, you still do not agree with that because I've seen it in your post on social media and I've seen it in your last video, which is okay. You have the right to believe whatever you want. And I'm terribly sorry it is not fun for you anymore because you actually mentioned that in your last video. It's going to be your last one because it's not fun for you anymore. I'm sorry for that. And this is the reason I don't do giveaways or I don't do challenges like that all the time, for the simple reason it sometimes creates a friction of.
Well, if we're going to be totally open about it, Tank, me and you discussing the rules, I felt was totally fine. That's good. When I had my live Friday, since Sean was gone, and I just jumped on with Joe and Dennis for our comp the next day, Sean says a comment about wider axles. So I find out the whole rules was discussed with everyone but me. That's why that went in the video.
No,
In your
are
WhatsApp.
my judges. They are my judges. The group in our chat group, we have a chat group that's called What in WhatsApp, and most of
Yes.
them are not in the thing. So I put in there, you guys are my judges. I have a controversy or something, and I need a ruling on that. And I posted what I thought, or is this illegal? Because I said no wide angle, no modifying yet. Everybody came back with no, it's not allowed. And that's when I messaged you.
Yeah,
and said,
but
allowed.
the other participants are in there. No one
there's
even
no
knew
other-
what.
Well, there's only one participant and he didn't
wait,
use
wait.
it.
Tank, hold on.
Yep.
We can go back to the message. TK Hobbies brought up this mess. Let's just call it what it is. It's a train wreck. All right. He did not. I'm doing no prep drag, and I asked the same question. Can I widen my axle? Yes, you can widen your not wheelbase, but you can stretch it out, but it still has to be within a certain limit. See what I'm saying? He says, you're not doing anything to the axles. You're just putting, as far as we're concerned, wheel hubs. He goes, what happens if you order some wheel hubs and the ones that you ordered for that vehicle is 5 millimeters instead of 3 millimeters? That's not your fault.
And even last night, you said put wider wheels on your Kyosho. And Brad says that make it stock. And you said, yes, it's stock. I know it's not the same contest, but I don't understand the difference. And I was just bothered that no one even knew what part I got.
Yeah.
I mentioned widen the axles, and it's this hub.
No,
It goes over the stock hub and inside the wheel. If we want to say it's not legal, that's fine. I just want to be involved in the discussion.
when I talked about the wider wheels, it is actually on my
Kyosho
Kyosho,
phaser,
which is the Charger,
right?
which is a brushless system. We don't run this one in class.
I
stock
understand.
class. So
I understand. But it felt like if that's the discussion that's had, the people involved should be involved in the discussion. That was my whole thing. It's done. I'm not going to stress about it anymore. I ran a great number.
Mhm.
Try and beat it. Let's
yeah,
see
you
what you
did
got.
very good. And hopefully if somebody comes close or beats it, you'll try to beat it again.
And I told you I'll get you on the stop sign, so.
I know you did. That was my whole frustration. That's why I went in the video. So people
I
could
do-
see the part that wasn't allowed without me ever being able to discuss it. And it's over. Like, I'm done with it. It's all good. I built another truck today. I'm working on other stuff.
Yeah, I saw
Hey.
that on your social media.
Hey.
You were building that.
Hey,
Well, if you want to give me the rules, you know how anal I am. You give me the rules, and we can throw everybody out and just have the judges in WhatsApp say like, all right, we'll have a discussion. What's legal, what's not legal? Because we want to get technical. CK Hobbies is disqualified also because he has a direct drive. That's not a transmission. I mean, how far do we want to go down this rabbit hole?
I know. And we went through this before we started this event with John Martin and throwing
Yeah.
ideas. And for about 2 or 3 RC talk, we came up with some rules. And we did say,
That's
if we don't put that in, or if we put that in, and how complex do we want to make the detail, which I don't want to make it complex. I want this to be as simple as possible.
No,
and
no.
just
When
run
you-
it and have some.
I don't care if it's for charity. I don't care if you get a gold star on your little whiteboard at home. If it's a competition, a race to see who can do the most, the longest, the fastest, the quick, whatever, there's always going to be controversy. Always.
It's kind of hard to have people use stock wheels and tires if somebody has like an older truck or something, you know, and they don't have stock wheels and tires anymore or something too.
What the thing of it is,
It could
you
have
already,
pushed some of the limits a little, maybe more, but it is the first time it's been done, and I could see it would have been good. You posted the rule somewhere, didn't you, Francois?
Yes, it's at the bottom of the video. Yes, I did post a rule.
Yeah, but
okay,
it would have been
I
good to
got-
give it to participants, I guess.
I got a slightly different question, even though it's talking about the same thing. Did you run first and second gear with your setup before you stopped?
Are you talking about on my last run?
Yes.
No, I just went to let it eat.
Because
I
I thought
threw-
you did 2 different other speeds, and I thought that was for first and second gear.
No, the first
No,
speed I showed the 49 was from the first crash,
Uh-huh.
and then the 53 was from the last crash.
You also had a 39, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
You're more than welcome in this WhatsApp group of goofballs if you want in, Josh. I dare you.
And
Hey, Bill,
That's-
hey,
my whole thing, was just, if it was discussed, I wanted to be part of the discussion.
Oh, for sure, man. I understand that, dude.
Yeah, but I put it in front of the judges and I said, you guys are the judges. And when I did that, I did not realize that Keith was in there, and Keith is in there, but I know Keith is not going to beat that record for the simple reason he doesn't
Okay.
have the budget to actually put a crazy system like you did.
What kind of gremlins
for more.
hold them back?
But he went in there just for fun of it and just to participate, which is very graceful of him, and thank you very
Mhm.
much. Even though he did scratch his truck and things like that, and Josh did also, and we all knew this was going to happen. So and then CK Hobby Shop jumped in there. So right now it's CK Hobby Shop, Gems Hobby, and KBRC 13 that are in there for this little friendly tournament of having fun. And CK Hobby Shop mentioned to me quite a few times that he's having a blast right now, trying to figure out different setups, trying different out. And if you know CK Hobby Shop, he modifies the shit out of cars and actually 3D prints a whole bunch of different cars for doing movie
Yeah, his cars
uh,
look awesome.
replicas.
His movie cars
Yeah,
look
like I
awesome.
say,
His
he's got
videos
what?
are cool.
He
He's got
made
what,
do
the
all, he
Denver?
made do all that stuff. Well, I'm gonna call it like it is. His feelings got hurt when he got beat. Plain and simple.
Whose
His
whose feeling got hurt?
CK Hobbies. He's the one that brought it up in the first place.
No. CK
35.
Hobby Shop in my last RC talk mentioned I don't think he's allowed to, because you can actually go see his comment in the last RC talk. I left it there. He should not be able to put wheel wideners for the simple reason is what stops me for putting 18-inch wheel wideners on there, which makes sense.
Well,
It's
all right,
crazy
go-
to say.
Yes, it is. I understand your point. All right, let him put 18-inch wheel wideners on there. What's that gonna do? That's
Have
just
it
more
in my
weight.
class.
That's just more.
You're doing
No, it's more
or
weight.
something.
Let him run. It's gonna take him forever to get rolling.
No, I don't think it's going to take him forever to get rolling. It just gives him more stability to go straight. But
Okay, yeah, but
this,
you're not. There's more linear mass. 18-inch wheel winders on a semi truck. You gotta
yeah,
get all that
yeah,
mass.
he
rolling.
was exaggerating. But he was just exaggerating in the sense that what stops me from modifying the axle or putting wheel winders that are super wide. I
But
could
you're
have
not modifying the axle because the axle has to do the same work, but with more weight.
And then somebody yesterday or on the offline chat, we were talking about what if you put different tires on there or wider tires. And we actually said, no, you got to run the stock tires. Keith actually tried to put wider tires on his semi truck, and he was running into problems that the tire was too wide and it was rubbing on the frame.
Yeah, before
So,
we started racing.
Y'all don't understand the common sense behind this. All right. Only thing Josh wanted to do was widen his wheels.
Yes,
He went.
by-
Hold on. Let me finish. Yeah. So if he widens his wheel, guess what? That means more mass. More mass means more weight. More weight means he's got to have a little bit more power to move that extra weight. So it does not matter if he has wheel wideners or not. He's got more mass than everybody else. It's not going to help. It'll help in stability, but it's not going to help him in speed.
I understand that. But the biggest problem right now that everybody I've seen running that truck on the speed run is not crashing it at the end. That's
If
the
you watch my
Sure.
video from the last time, all 3 crashes were at the end.
Yeah.
Should have put them on and
And
not
it's
told
the
anybody.
slowdown. It's the slowdown for me.
And
that's why I had him on.
I was watching a guy doing a speed run, and in the world record for speed run, they actually, and we're not going to go by that rule, but they say you have to do the speed run on your 4 tires and finish the speed run on your 4 tires. You cannot crash. If you crash at the end, your speed run is not good, or the car has to be incomplete, like it can't crash at those parts, then your run is no good. that was kind of interesting. I go, oh, that's
Well,
it's different
That's
because
just that's in drag racing period. You may win, but if you crash, you can't make it. The person that you lost to goes to the next round. That's all.
yeah,
That's
but
all
in
it
drag
goes.
racing, if you finish the finish line, if you cross that finish line and you crash after, you still won. No,
No, you don't win because if you all right, unless it's the final championship, yeah. If you cross that finish line, you won. But say you've got to qualify, or say you got to beat
Yeah.
somebody else to go to the next round. If you can't bring your car up into the next round, the person that you lost to takes that spot.
Yeah.
because
You
the
got,
guy,
you got time to work. You got time to work on it, but
Exactly. But you don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you can't make it, your guy you just lost to you goes.
the guy that did that speed run, he actually beat the record when he went through that finish line or through the
up there,
the
good
radar.
old,
Yeah.
When he went through the radar or the beam, he broke that record. But as soon as he started slowing down, that's when his truck fell apart. So it did not count because his truck ended up in pieces. That was kind of interesting. We're not doing that, and no, because I know the truck is way too hard to do that, and plus it was not in the rule at the beginning. So we're just
Neither was wider axles.
neither was wider axle. It was stock axle.
It is still stock axle. It just has a
So-
piece between stock wheel and stock axle.
So there's still time for people to jump in here and actually try it. It is till the end of this month, so people can still try it. People can still jump on it. I do have a video on YouTube that actually shows that. And here are the rules. It has to be 14 scale only. Must run on it under its own power. Running it downhill is not allowed. That was John Martin that came up. Like, let's run it down a hill and make it go fast.
3 axles.
We'll get there, Brad. Original hard body only, because some people were saying, what if we run without a body, or what if we really modify the shit out of it? CK Hobby Shop is running its body, but he did add a figure in front of it, which is okay, because I actually said you can put a pointy nose or pointy cone on it, no problem.
that's not in the rules.
Nose cone.
Yeah, you can put a nose cone, but as long as the body's there, I didn't care. It must have a semi-truck metal C-channel straight frame chassis. This was put there because you can buy a C-channel metal chassis straight frame that really extends the truck to like 3 feet.
So I mean, basically, it's a flat metal chassis.
Yeah, if you want to do that, you can. Like, you can extend the frame a heck of a lot longer if you want, using that very long chassis if you want, as long as it's a C-channel straight frame that people uses for those trucks.
Like the one AZ Froggy's built was a flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same chassis rail that AZ Froggy was using. That's correct.
Here's the question I love to debate.
So here's the stock 3 axles with 10 wheels, 2x6 or 6x6. So if you go with 6x6, you actually have more than 10 wheels, but the minimum is 10 wheels. You must run the stock 1.7 rims and wheels. You can put a brushless or brushed system. Different transmission are allowed, or even straight transmission. We talked about that when we were doing the rules, and we said, what if I go direct motor? And I said, I have no problem with that. The motor is kind of a transmission itself. It doesn't change gear, but most transmission don't. They have gears. But we did allow straight motors when we were talking about it, but we did not add it to the rules. We just said, yes, you're allowed. Only one motor is allowed. Only one ESC is allowed. Limited to one 2S LiPo, 7.2 or 7.8 volt, because there's a high voltage 2S. And then we talked about the video must be non-edit, non-cut from the showing the 2S battery, install connection to the end of the speed run, showing the GPS speed. So none cut. And that's pretty much it for the rules.
And Josh, you had a 7.8 in there, didn't you?
Yeah, you did.
It
remember
could
seeing
go to that. It wasn't that because I tried that with the Protex and they puff real bad when you put high voltage in them. So I don't charge my stuff to high volt. It is capable of high volt, but it was 8.4.
But some batteries are 8.4.
Yeah.
Some of them you can buy.
Some hood whiz.
Unknown says he doesn't need a hug, he needs a beer.
I don't belong.
And a what?
Left-handed cigarette.
We're saying everybody needs a hug. And a blunt.
Made you a moderator, Unknown, so you can monitor the chat.
Oh, thanks, Tank.
So if somebody says something I don't agree with or you don't, but don't kick people just for fun.
Oh no, I won't kick people out just for fun. You see, I didn't kick Brad out when he was in my stream the other night. I just muted him because he's getting so loud. That's all. Oh no, I'm not I don't have that itchy trigger finger anymore.
A Dirk von Franz.
I made you assistant moderator, so you should be able to mute people. But I don't think you can mute me, but you can always
I'm
try.
not muting anybody. I'm not that mean. I'm a lower battle fighter.
CK said, sorry, I started so much tension.
No.
You're good, CK. That's what, hey, communication. We may not like it, but we gotta have it.
True.
Somebody put an opinion out there. Somebody asked for rules, and it is what it is. And I have to agree with Kagan. This is the first time. I mean, it is just for fun.
Spin Rush sent me a video about a LiPo battery and LiPo safe storage bins, or they have those metal bins now that you can actually get to charge up your batteries.
Like the back cave.
Yeah, the bat. What is it? What do they call the bat?
Bat safe.
Bats. Yeah, bat safe.
Safe. Yeah.
So that's another one. I find it a little expensive on the expensive side. But I always, that's my own thing. It's up to you guys to don't follow it if you don't want to, but I'm not telling you guys to. I take care kind of my batteries, and as soon as I see it's too puffed. If it's puffed and fluffy a little bit, it's not bad. If it's puff and hard, then I try to get rid of the battery. But I always charge them on balance, and every time I charge them on balance, I always push my next button, and then I see the 3 cells going up. And if I see that there's one cell that really has a hard time catching up and not charging, or it's slower than the other one, that's when I'm starting to say that battery is iffy, and I usually throw it out. But if those 3 cells are all at the same time, and even though it's puffed up, I keep it. I just keep running it, and I never had any issues. But never, ever charge your battery, NIMS or LiPo, and leave the room. Always charge it and stay in the room until it's finished.
So puffed and fluffed is okay, but puffed and hard is bad.
That's correct.
Like spaghetti.
Gotcha.
I thought someone said you can get the air out of there with a pinprick.
Yes, you can, but what Tank was saying is that there's, when it's hard, and when it's air. When there's nothing in there or something in there. Because I've done that to a couple of my batteries. They've gotten hot because they were in the car. They got fluff, and I squished it, and I said, "Oh, that's just air."
It's just air. When they're fluffy, it's just air, and that's why some people sometimes they take a pin and they make a hole in it, and then the air comes out, because those are actually sealed. And I kind of not laugh, but I find it funny sometimes when people take electrical tape and actually put it at the end where the cables comes in. So and I asked him, what are you doing? He says, oh, I'm waterproofing my battery. It's DC power. You can put a battery in water and it will not short out unless it's salty water with a lot of salt. That's when you're going to see little bubbles comes out.
Yeah, you gotta put some water salt.
So electronics or a connector, when you put that connector and you dump it in water, it will not short. If you take that battery and put it in water, it will not short. Now the smart battery, though, you do have to be
Whoa.
careful with those because the smart battery do have a chip on board. And I'm not sure where that chip is, but I believe that chip is actually sealed.
I
So-
remember.
Yeah.
I remember Brett told me to cut the ends off and put it in salt water to discharge them completely.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
in water and charged up, they will discharge. Another trick you can do is if you have a light, and don't do it with LED because it's going to take a friggin' long time. You can with an LED, but if you take 12-volt LED and you just plug your battery into it, the 7.4, just leave it plugged in. The light, the LED or the light will actually drain it. A lot of people, that's what they do with a car light. Car lights have 12 volts in them. Go to the hardware store, buy a car light with a socket, put on there, put it on a battery connector, plug in that light. It's going to discharge your battery pretty fast and all the way down. That's the cheapest,
be careful.
fastest way. Hey,
Just be careful with that on the LiPo, because if you drop it below a certain voltage, if you don't
no,
watch
if you want to get rid of your battery,
Oh, get
if you want
rid.
to discharge your battery to get rid of them, that's what you do to
Yeah.
discharge all the way.
And if you can't get rid of them, take them to a batteries plus.
It's not a good idea.
Batteries plus will throw them in the bin.
Yep.
Home Depot.
Yeah, Home Depot will take them because they take old
Power.
cordless charger batteries, things like that.
Do
Just
not
not throw them in the trash. If you don't
don't
want to
throw them in the trash. That's why trucks catching fire. Those garbage trucks, sometime I've seen.
Man, they blow up.
They will catch on fire. And guess what is in the trash? It's
Nice
stuff
people.
that is very flammable. That's in the
Yeah.
trash.
Especially with methane probably in the back of that thing.
They push that thing, get real nice and tight, get hot. Boom.
Spin Rush also sent me. There's some guys in UK. They came up with a little. It looks like a spray can, but it does different fires, chemical and a bunch of other ones. And you just spray that on there. And
Yeah.
they said it's good to have that.
I think that was Popalong RC.
Can't remember.
I think it's called Fire Safe.
So it's DJ.
Fire Safe, probably.
Why is Jack still in here?
I don't know. He's allowed to be in there. Why wouldn't he be allowed to be in there?
I don't
Hey,
know.
DJ.
Photo.
I'm just asking. What are munchies?
Oh, the fire sense, yeah, the fire, that fire
Fire
bottle
sense
sense,
stuff.
yeah.
was on Hurley's the other day
Yeah. Yep.
or last week, I think it was.
Yeah, this one is on A-Main Hobbies, so I'll show you real quick. That's the one he actually sent me. A-Main Hobbies came out with a video. I am not going to play it because it does have ads and things like that. But it's RC fire suppression, and they talk about it. So I'll put that in the chat real quick. You guys can go talk about it. He talks about here's a product, Fire Sense. $34 available from A-Main, and it's pretty good. He actually shows that when he puts out couches or different stuff, so barbecues. So it's a nice thing to have, and it would be cool to have. I'm gonna try to look for an equivalent here, and they might be, but I do have to look at my own fire extinguisher that I have upstairs to see if it actually will do most of all that. So
Popalong had a problem. He put it in his grill right away to let it burn out. Put it on his
yes,
grill.
you got to remember when a LiPo catches fire.
Yeah.
What does the fire real quick is the chemical reaction will light up, but it's the rest of the stuff that catches fire onto it. But if you turn off the fire, there's still a chemical reaction that's going on, and that's all that smoke, and it's going to go sizzle, and it's going to be very smelly or smoke. That's
Toxic.
the chemical reaction that's happening in the battery.
And
And
make sure you
that's,
burn the grill off.
yeah, and you can't stop that chemical reaction unless you have a
Smother it.
different chemical to actually stop it. Even if you put it underwater, it's still going to do a chemical reaction.
Oh,
Put it in sand.
Don't,
That's what
don't
goes
drop
on
it
with
in water.
Teslas, right?
Don't drop them in water.
You can smother it in sand to help keep the fire from causing a fire, but it's still going to off gas, I'm sure.
Yes, it is still going to off-gas if you put sand on it, but at least it won't have the fire. CK Hobby Shop has to leave. See you later, CK. Good luck for the rest of your the challenge.
You see, he said he hit 35.
Yeah. So
think
he's
so.
a little bit over halfway. And I think that puts Keith in third, I think, eh, Keith?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's okay. He'll catch up to everybody at the stop sign.
Mhm.
That's if he's not on his side too.
Hey, Josh, when are you going to send your body to get made into the Pork Chop Express to the Keith?
I'm used to catching up people because I got a little Kia. So
I got tank smarters done. I put in a request for one more since Keith wants one of them. And I tried to print Keith's steering wheel today. It did not. It is not a good file. I can't find the file for it, Keith.
Mhm.
Hard print, probably.
So
Yeah,
when you
it's
get those
the
things for him.
chain's so fine. So I'm trying to get a couple prints done before I mail stuff to Keith.
Okay. It was fast like the Pork Chop Express.
I know Axial makes one, and Red Cat, I think, has one for the lowrider now.
Yeah.
too.
Have a what?
A what? You gonna steering
Okay,
wheel?
chain-
Steering wheel.
Chain steering wheel.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'll just
steering
buy
wheel.
it up. Yeah, I'll just get one of them, Josh.
No, you don't want to do that.
Okay.
It's expensive.
The Red Cat one's the Axial one's probably cheaper. You can buy the whole
Yeah.
sprue tree and get a couple different steering
Yeah.
wheels with the chain one.
The Axial is way cheaper, but man, does that Red Cat ever look nice. It's nice and shiny. You can get it in chrome or gold. It's really nice. But you pay the price.
I was gonna say they're what, 40, 50 bucks or something like that.
I can't remember. I can try to have a look.
I know, I think they're pretty pricey up there
Yeah.
for what it is.
I was working on a different steering wheel. And I'm gonna work one on one anyway. It looks better. So
What's up, Kurt?
What if you could
Sorry,
take a
Jay.
real chain and super glue it or something?
Sergeant
how about
Jay,
how about just a regular steering wheel, Josh? Would be hard to print one of them out?
No, I can probably do one of those, buddy.
Yeah, just do a regular
It was
one.
fine until the chain.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the chain steering wheel. Yeah, the chain. That's the bit.
Yeah.
Because it's either what they call it, print all in one, and basically it moves. I don't want it to move. I need to stay still. I
Yeah,
found
and I put a ton of supports on it and it still just did not.
mine crumbled.
If you can give me a regular one, I appreciate that. So I don't have to build one.
You regular steering wheel? Oh,
Yeah.
how many do you want? I mean, shit.
Only need one.
Yeah, that's not hard at all, buddy.
Okay.
The chain. Oh, speaking of chain, I need to. Sorry, I had to step away for a minute. I had some flounders that made me and my dad caught the other day sitting in marinating.
Because to make one out of wood, I have to make a circle, then I'd have to drill out all the insides, and yeah, I mean I could do it, but
Whittle it.
yeah,
Just a little bit.
I wouldn't whittle a chain one.
That'd be impressive.
Yeah.
You can whittle chain out of wood. It'd be tough at that size.
Yeah,
though.
I went to college to whittle chain with Keegan. Isn't that what you went to college for?
Yep, yeah, that's exactly what I went for, man. Chain whittler.
Yeah.
Did you get a master's in it?
Yeah, I'm a journeyman chain whittler.
You almost got a master's in it.
That cat has a lot of different options for that car. For the 60.
Oh. Do you see their whole chrome chassis?
Yeah,
I
the
think
whole chrome chassis, yeah. Price is not bad for 28 bucks, I find, but it's when you get all the rest of the stuff, but you can actually buy, it's all chrome. Everything is chrome. The chassis, the suspension arm, you can get everything chrome as a kit to actually just put your electronics on it. But wow. But they do have
Okay, $6 for the wheel.
Looks like Red Cat has some nice things.
How much is it for the wheel?
I didn't see it there.
It's right
On
there.
the first page.
25 bucks.
Goes up high.
Ooh.
There's
Yeah,
the basic
this
one
one right there.
This one is just it's very
$30.
nice, but it's not painted or chrome. They do have chrome versions.
Yeah.
But you said it was on the
metal
first.
or metal or plastic.
That's plastic.
Ah, that's a lot of money for that.
there's the chain one.
Where?
Never mind. I'm doing a Brad and looking at the other Zoom.
I was gonna.
You were looking at the
I didn't
other
want
one.
to call you out.
My screens are at least 2 inches apart, so I don't have any.
There's the other
Yeah.
steering wheel.
There's the other
Yeah,
Yeah,
steering
that's the
wheel.
one. That's the one he's talking about.
That's a real old wheel. I don't know what car that goes to, but I've seen that in a car before.
Yeah.
Maybe an Impala.
Yeah, probably an Impala.
Very, very true.
But I
Yeah, I
know
think
that
they're
that's chrome
that kind of
version.
stuff.
Mind you, I have the 64 here, but I again, I like keeping my stuff stock, so I did not.
Oh, look at that. It has metal gears and stuff for it too.
Oh yeah.
That thing was huge. The first one, they were like 20 inches long or something like that.
Yep. Oh, it's longer than a Kyosho, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. But too bad you can't race it like a Kyosho.
Oh, you can even buy
You can
just the
erase
box.
it.
You can buy
Why
just
can't
the
you
box.
erase it?
Wow.
It'd be donk races.
You could
That's the
race
thing.
it, but it has a stick radio, so you got to learn how to
Yeah, it's a stick radio.
control it with the stick radio,
Yeah.
which is kind of
Yes.
hard.
A couple donk cars.
Did you see that body set? That's expensive as hell. You could buy a whole new kit for that.
Damn,
No,
I need
the-
better
the-
shocks. I need
the-
shocks just
See, there's
Yeah,
a cheap
but-
steering wheel, maybe.
Just that body set was, let's see.
I still see people doing videos on these particular
Yeah.
cars. So the car's still
200
popular.
255. Keep in mind, we are in Canadian dollar here, eh?
Hey.
Sure.
What? It's still a lot of money.
Did somebody say tank?
yeah, someone's going, you.
I think John's yelling for his dog.
Oh.
Okay. 240 for this body, Brad, or 206 not painted. It's crazy, the body, but they're nice. They're very nice and detailed, but wow.
Look at look at how much those tires are too.
Oh yeah, like 53s. Usually a set of tires is 20 bucks, so 40, that's a little higher, but a lot of details on these poke rims.
You're paying for the detail, not the materials, huh?
I don't
Oh,
see that steering wheel.
Can't believe I can't find them shocks.
Hold on one second.
So
Look at that. Look at the whole set. The whole set, 7369. But look at the
Really?
bigger ones are more expensive.
yep. Anyone ever use a Red Cat Danchi? I think it means Banshee.
Danchi
it's a
or
Danchi.
Banshee or Dutchie.
That
The
Danchi.
Danchi is the motor on axle.
Okay.
It's they're great for entry just to play around with. You can't use it in any comps other
Why
than
not?
like something MOA and sporty type
Why not? Why don't they allow it?
because it's motor on axle.
Okay, but what I find weird is a real comp truck is motor on axle. Like
They
the-
have a class for it, the
Yeah, they have a
40s
class.
and, but you, like most of your comps, you're hard pressed to find ones with 40 and minis and stuff like that.
True.
But they're very capable and very cheap.
You know, believe it or not, they have an extensive catalog of things.
Who?
Red Cat. They have extensive car catalog too.
It depends on which one. The lowrider scene is a little
It's
on
huge.
the expensive side, but it's crazy the cars people make with those.
Oh, yeah.
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 The
Everybody
stuff
mods
RC
them out
Patina
and
guy does.
changes them out and
Yeah, the paint job, it's just like the real one. Some of those guys go crazy with the paint job. It looks like so
Yeah.
Audio too.
I was
audio,
watching
yeah,
their live.
lights, underglow.
Lots of pinstriping.
Yeah.
I was watching their live, and they were actually at a lowrider show with those cars,
Mm.
and it was
Mhm.
And the
impressive.
lowrider guys like them, huh?
Yeah.
They probably bought some themselves.
For sure. For the kids.
And they have three different body styles for the cars.
I know they got two.
Yeah, they got the 64 and the 59 on the same chassis.
And then they got the
the
Monte Carlo.
And then they
Monte
got a
Carlo is on
Carlo.
a different chassis.
Yeah, but it's still a low rider, so yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
so
the
there's
Monte
three.
Carlo is actually the same wheelbase as the Phaser or the TT01 or TT02. It's the same
yeah, the
wheelbase.
Monte Carlo's a single pop servo, I think, in the front, where it's
Yeah, it
twins.
will not do a full hop. It does
Yeah,
not
right.
do the hop.
It's just a matter of time before they make one of those have a hop, the Monte Carlo.
Well, some people did figure it out or how to do it and things like that, but they did not manufacture it that way.
I mean, I've seen those things drag race with those big ass rims, the dub drag racers.
Oh, yeah.
They put some real powerful engines in those things just to get those tires to move.
For which one? The lowrider?
Yeah, they have like
The
they're
dog.
like low riders. They're low to the ground, but they put big rims on them, and they call them donk races or something like that.
Mhm.
Dub races. I forgot what they call them.
Dog. It's dog racing.
But they do modify their engines in them just for drag racing.
And now some people are doing the California, the thing with the pickup truck there, raising the back or the front or something like that there.
The Carolina SWAT.
Carolina SWAT, they call it?
SWAT. Yeah.
Squat, okay.
Mhm.
Kind of crazy.
Which then Carolina outlawed it.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Wisely.
Well, I can see how dangerous that could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically what? No rear suspension with everything with the whole thing sitting up like this. Yeah, you can't see anybody in front of you. You're looking in hood.
Carolina squat is what Ken Clark calls it.
Yeah. But a while back, I went to 110 Hobbies and he's got a pickup truck, which he's put 4 servos on each shocks. And that's kind of cool. And I do want to try to do a rig like that. But he's got it set up with a pistol grip. But it's an older pistol grip that doesn't have a lot of channels. So he can only raise the front or the rear. But I would love to put it on a multi-channel remote to actually control all 4 independently, just like the Red Cat does. That would be cool.
The Sens have airbags now too.
Stens has airbags, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sen 450s, you can bag them.
that's cool.
So
Well, airbags for RCs has existed for quite a bit on the
Right.
Lesu had it for a long time.
yeah, I think that's cool that they've done that. I mean, you basically can come down to scaling down everything you do on a real car, and you can make you get an RC to pretty much the same thing.
I was watching that game earlier, Nicole. Astros, New York.
Okay. Sergeant says he likes watching Whistling Diesel destroy truck with that squad.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple of his video, but then I just stopped because I just find it's just stupid and useless. But
He's destroying something that ugly. It's okay.
true. Sorry for your loss, Nicole. New York, I guess New York lost or something. I don't know. That's
New
why
York
I
beat the Astros. She
New
likes
York
the
beat the Astros. Okay. So she takes for the Astros.
Astros. Yep, I believe so. If I remember last time she was talking about it in chat.
That's baseball, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now in LA or in that area, which baseball team has an A? It's a big A on it.
Angel.
The Angels?
Or athletics.
No.
Yeah, athletics are A's too, but they have an apostrophe
What
S.
color? Yeah.
Braves.
Yeah, is it red and yellow or green and yellow?
Brave.
Braves.
Braves. I can't
We
remember
did win
which
a
one.
World Series this year. Braves.
Boston.
Red and white.
Boston doesn't have an A. They have a B.
Oh, well, next letter's a B.
The keys that look like an A.
Yeah.
So
but
I
A
get to
comes
go out
first.
with girls and bikinis this weekend on, I get to take the boat out again.
Nice.
But that has a 26-foot trophy boat, walk around with a 250 horsepower motor that I've been working on for like the past year. And we've been fishing on it. And I got to do some more work on it. I get to take for a test run all day Saturday.
Better not break it.
Oh, there'll be pictures. Trust me. I'll send you pictures.
Nice.
With my
Wear your
dad.
sunglasses so you don't get in trouble.
Oh, I have a big brim Cowboys hat. Where's it? Where's that? Oh, I'm not gonna show you because I'm not getting on camera anymore.
See you later, Sergeant.
Bring your
What is
newspaper
Sergeant?
cut out of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, no more pictures of me on there.
Tomorrow, I'm actually going to a football stadium to actually set up some new speakers in the field at the end of this field.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay.
that's what I do. I do audio for boardrooms or stadium and things like that. So we're gonna go calibrate the audio and make sure that the people
Football as in football or football as in soccer?
Yes.
Yes,
That
what?
stadium can do both, but it's for
Okay.
football.
High school.
Yes, it's high school football.
Nice.
Later, Sarge.
It's getting to be that time of year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, they got a big game coming up in the end of August, so they want to make sure everything is done by then.
Yeah. Down here, the second or third week of August is the first games.
Oh, Josh, I was just say Jericho, man, he runs so damn fast. You should put him in
Yeah,
a
did you
running
see
back or
that?
something like that. Yeah, I'm like, holy shit. That spring will work. It'll stay there.
I was gonna say, then we see real time off of the GoPro.
Right.
Are those reservoir shocks? Keith, those look like a reservoir shock.
Yeah, they're old. They're the old original shocks that came on here. I just doubled the springs and I couldn't find my other shocks. Well, these are these ones I bought for my crawler,
Those
but
are
they're
axial.
reservoir. Yeah, they're reservoir.
They're fake reservoir. They're probably axial shocks.
I don't know if they're real or not. Yeah,
Oh no, that'd be plastic.
yeah, they're aluminum.
Aluminum in them?
Yeah, yeah, they're not the fake axial ones.
Jen,
Change the
Hoppy,
springs on.
do you have a website with all your prices and your stuff that you have for sale? Or is that on Facebook?
It's on, I just get it from Throttled Up, RC. That's where I don't have a specific page
Okay,
because like where I'm at,
What?
there was a competition between one of the prep companies and kind of got heated. So I haven't sold that much prep
okay.
and I haven't actually been to the drag race in a little while.
Do you have stock of prep sauce right now?
Yeah, I have some. And if you want some, let me know, like in the offline or shoot me a message and I'll get you a good price on
Well,
it.
I'll grab a couple bottles from you, that's for sure.
Okay.
Either give it as a door prize for some of the on-road. So basically it's gonna be for my pavement
Yeah.
series for the
Oh,
cars.
so you want
Oh, you're
A
gonna get
lighter
the traffic compound for those because they wear out so quickly?
Hey, Tank,
Well,
I'm gonna share the screen just real quick. That's the boat I'm taking that I fixed.
Pretty cool.
Like the pinstripe on the
does it
Ford.
say the SS Minnow on the back?
No, it's named after my brother because my brother died in 2005.
It's a 3 hour tour, right?
Yeah, it ain't no 3-hour tours on this. No, there are no tours. Well, yeah. Oh, the pinstriping on that truck was no. Let me tell you about the truck. When Dad goes for oil change at the Ford dealership in Massachusetts, he comes home with a new truck. But you like the color. I was like, how much you to put down? He's like, nothing. I was like, what do you mean nothing?
Paid for
Payments
it.
only went up $20. Like, damn, I wish I had that good credit.
Oh yeah, it went up $20 for another 5 years. But just tack it onto your existing loan and extend it.
Well, no, that one was, I think, a year from getting paid. The one before that was a year
Oh.
from paid off. So it
I
wasn't
got
that
good
much.
trade-in value. And nowadays, you can almost some people were buying new cars and trading them in. I think and making money on it for a while there.
That's what
Yeah,
happened with mine.
If
Same
you
thing.
do it
oil
right, you can make money buying cars.
They had to stop people from doing it, I'm pretty sure.
Man, that's a lot of spring there in that truck.
Yeah. The
Not
shocks
even
are so
just-
bad, it'll bounce back up now. This side just goes down and that's it.
Steve
Hey,
Sargent,
Jay. Oh, Nicole's a Yankees
I
fan.
can't afford shocks, tank, so.
There's that spring is all crooked and stuff, the top
do
one.
you need some slash shocks, Keith?
Yeah. Back
Like-
ones.
Did you just not see this box of shocks and springs I was digging through?
No.
Where's that box? There,
And
Keith.
I'm
Oh,
quite sure,
geez.
I'm quite sure if I look around, I probably have like 6 or 7 laying around someplace
Yeah.
too.
I'll
These are
send you
just
some-
so weak.
You just need some for the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you some.
Yeah,
I
the
have
Okay.
so
shocks in
many.
the back are longer.
Yeah. I'm limited on my front slash shocks, but I have a ton of rear.
Yeah, I'm fine with the front.
You're gonna have to paint them green, of course.
Yeah.
That's easy to do. That's easy to do.
I'll
Paint
just
some.
put this one back in then there for now.
But what's nice with Josh's shocks is you have the adjuster, and it's usually a screw that you can actually screw and adjust your spring rate.
Spring, yeah, these one don't have it. If I had
Oh,
them.
look at that. Look what Josh got.
Green springs.
I got green springs, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 4 sets of green springs.
They're from
But
your
these
rough-
shocks are so old, they didn't have the adjusters. So that's why it's just like just goes, stays there.
Those springs are from your Stampede or something.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
I was doing same with mine were from a Stampede
Yeah.
when I was doing shocks.
Got heavy duty shocks and springs.
So it'll make it ride like a rat rod.
Yeah.
All stiff and damn, that hurt.
I don't know. I think you care about the pain a little bit more than most rat rod people.
Yeah, no kidding.
Spin
If you
Rush
want
sent
heat.
me this for his base camp. Diamorama, whatever they call it.
Yeah, diorama. Yeah,
Diorama.
that's what you call it.
Yep.
Damn, I cut my finger.
Rama.
But then when you start moving around, then it turns into a living diorama.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good scale. 10's good scale.
That's what he's been busy with.
He must have printed that out in the back and
Yeah.
Yosho.
painted it, man.
Yeah, he's running mini Z's.
I think he
But
said
he's
he was
talking about getting those knockoffs because they're so cheap right now.
Yeah.
he's making some parkour stuff or something. He said teeter totters or something.
Yeah, oh, yeah. But he's doing like 4 little sections of certain size and different things. So it's probably might be a section right there.
His girl did a bridge.
His girl. What do you mean his girl?
His girlfriend. I'm
Girl.
sorry.
Okay.
How do you do a bridge, man? Sounds terrible.
Mm.
Did a bridge. Wow, she's an engineer or something?
Yeah. Kind of like you, Tank, right?
Right, sure. Uh-huh.
You built the bridge or 4.
Oh, 1 or 2, yes.
That'll work.
Man,
John,
when I
have you
had to
killed
go-
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna ask John if he's killed a Monster X,
That's correct.
the castle.
Monster X, no.
Mine's dead.
Yours is dead.
I had to use the
6S
regular
one?
Mamba.
What's that?
Yeah, the 6S, yeah.
How the heck did you kill that?
It had to have been my 4-turn 6100 race motor with a 5mm can.
Right. A little much.
What? I thought the Monster X didn't have a motor limit.
It doesn't. And it was on 2S when I did it. I think it just stuck to the track and popped it.
Hmm.
It'll arm, but it won't send any power to the motor. I switched sensor wires. I switched motors. I sent all the data log to Castle. They're like, yeah, you probably need to send that thing in.
Castle's pretty good for warranty and making sure.
Oh, they've been great with messaging me back and forth. And he went through all the data logs and stuff and said, yeah, you're going to send that in.
Cool.
Which I think they refurb them for like $80.
Yeah. As long as they work with you and get it going again, which is nice. So
Yeah, I'm not bitching about it. I killed it.
yeah.
Hobbywing is great with me too. I put too small of a, when I first was getting in the drag racing, I didn't realize how much amps I was drawing.
Okay.
And my ESC went into cutout and I thought my battery is dead. So I shut it off, swapped batteries, and it fired back up, but it wouldn't move. So I kind of just kicked the car and it went, just shot sparks 3 feet high, just burnt the ESC to the ground. All the wires just fell off to the side. Thank God I had made an aluminum ESC plate instead of a plastic one.
Yes.
I showed it to Hobbywing and they're like, yeah, it shouldn't have done that. You killed it, but it shouldn't have let you kill it like that. It should have never came back on and done that. And they sent me another one.
Good.
Spin Rush says he likes your toxic turtle.
Thank you, Spin Rush. Appreciate it.
Paul Swampers earlier, I did say where you sent me a friend request. I added you, buddy.
And John was talking about bridges that I built a few, like for my course. I was so pissed when I had to close down my course behind my door, but then I was happy we were able to put it a 5-minute drive from me. But
And
then
then that stopped.
this year, when I had to close that one, I kind of got not depressed, but I kind of said, fuck it. Like, I'm not going to reopen another one. I'm not going to do it anymore. And even all my bridges, the nice bridges, my barn, everything that was left in a pile for me to put back, I told the guy that has it, I go, you can take those bridges or things, put it on at your house if you want it, and the rest, burn the fucking thing. Like,
Burn your bridges.
I am not going to go back to pick it up or pick anything up. Like, I just said, fuck it. Like, just burn it. I don't want to see it again. I'm so discouraged, I think. I don't know if that's a right word.
Disheartened.
No, that's right.
Yeah. And it's
Bummed out.
and that's why I started the on-road instead this year. Instead of doing crawling events, I started the on-road.
And that's
again.
become very popular.
And now it's starting, yes. Some new
It looks
guys
fun.
actually came and watched, and some of them are saying, oh, we should do this with the drifters, like go outside on pavement and do this with the drifters. It'd be cool having a section with drifters. Yeah, it would. Just bring enough people, we'll do it. Like,
No, your on-road is a good.
Ben Rush
Good.
likes your Dr. Turtle.
Yes, thank you, Spin Rush.
yeah, the on-road is catching, and hopefully it's going to catch more and more people are I'm piquing their curiosity to come and actually do this, which is nice. It's completely different, but man, is it ever hard on tires.
But you've had
Robert.
some people there.
Later, Robert.
Had some.
See, Robert.
Bye, Robert.
Robert.
And it's cool that other cities or other hobby shop like 110 Hobby called me up and says, come and do your series here. We want to try it. So I actually went in their city, which is almost 3 hours away, to actually do it over there, which was nice. But good turnout.
What you don't have a video of that, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 1 or 2 videos of it. I got more videos on my phone. I just got to edit them. I've just been too busy lately. Hopefully during my vacation, I'll have more time. I say that now, but my wife does have a honey-do list. So during my vacation, which I have to do. So
Well, if you know what, to get more ideas, you should watch the last about the on-road stuff. That you should watch the last RC Retro guy, Ari,
more ideas for what?
for what they do with classes for running cars.
No.
I mean, you should watch it just for information.
A lot of people, they like the way I do it, especially for racing, because it's head-to-head
Wow.
racing
Shit.
and it's 3 laps. So head-to-head, 3 laps is easy to count. So
Yeah.
And it's technical enough that you can't just get somebody just blowing the doors off of it.
Yeah, you win a second race,
yeah, and on the last track I did, I kind of like what I did because I did do it like you're saying, Jim, technical, like the chicane they call it, like you got to go like this.
Mhm.
So, and it really slows down and more of the driver, and Brad calls it cone killers.
Cone murderers.
I think he
too.
said murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes the door doesn't give, and maybe the bumper will.
That's bad.
And my son was so pissed he scratched up his Hellcat.
Ferrari.
Did,
No,
did,
his
did,
Hellcat.
That is,
okay.
oh, sorry.
Okay,
That is so
already?
much better.
Did he scratch it up on a cone?
On a rock. He hit a rock head on
Ah,
because the pipes that I was using, the fire hose, they
Yeah.
were catching in the wind and blowing off because I only have a cone at the end, so the wind just grabbed it. And I basically used 100 foot to actually do the track and like bent it. So when I roll it, it's still 100-foot roll. But when the wind starts grabbing one end, the whole thing keeps going. So, whoa, it's not good. So what I've done right now is with the money that I've raised, I keep buying stuff for the track. So I went on Amazon and I bought those sandbags that you put for those canopies.
Mhm.
So I'm going to cut them in half because there's kind of 2 bags you wrap around the post. So I'm gonna cut it in half and I'll have two nice sandbag that are about 10-inch high and maybe 3 or 4-inch diameter. So I'll put that on the track. So he'll hit the sandbag. It's not gonna be as hard as a rock, but at least it's gonna be heavier and a little softer, hopefully, when we hit it.
Next thing you know, you're gonna get.
Either that or you'll hear crunch.
You could fill the fire hose with sand.
Yeah, but emptying it and when you gotta put sand near the middle of the hose, that makes it difficult.
Yeah, you gotta blow really hard.
But another thing I thought is maybe cones. If I fill up the cones with a little bit of sand and put the silicone and put a plastic under it to actually hold it, and then when I flip it, that cone's gonna be heavier. And maybe if I put 4 or 5 cones heavy,
Hmm.
then it's going to be good. The problem with all the stuff I'm doing, I'm creating more stuff to put in my car
Right. Yeah.
to carry.
Next thing you know, you're gonna have race equipment.
I'm going to need a trailer. I'm going
Yeah,
to need a
dedicated
trailer
trailer.
or a truck.
Yep. Yeah. Dedicated trailer you could just leave in your driveway and then hook up
Yeah,
and go.
but I'm just saying, next thing you know, he'll be having stuff for racing. Eventually, he'll work his way into getting timers and have things like that.
It would be nice, but I want to stay away from that because it takes more organization to do that and more time for setup when you do that. What I like with my track, I'm there an hour before and I set it up and I'm done way faster than an hour. It takes me about a half hour to set up the track and I'm done. So it's quick setup and quick disassembling. So that's what I like.
Hey, you know what'd be cool to see is you do the 14 scale truck racing on the TT01.
There would be enough people because people actually do race them in the winter, but I'm afraid that they won't want to race them on pavement because it's harder on the tires. But if they get tires just for pavement, then it's going to be not bad. That said, I have to try the other tires to see how good they are because I think the tires I have on my orange one are better than the other ones. So because me and my son seems to have so much traction compared to everybody else. But I do have to try the other tires.
That's why you need traction compound so you can pass it on to those guys.
Yeah, but I think the slick is better on pavement. The one that looks more like a slick and less little tiny grooves.
Another thing, since you're on a surface like in the parking lot, there's still dust and stuff. So even those, like a slick with a tread on it would be good too.
Still there, 907. He's out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could be. And that's why I got to try it. And I believe that's what the other guys are driving, but they seem to run out of control. But I don't know if it's a tire issue or a driver issue. That I don't know.
Maybe they got their steering turned up real high or something.
Maybe. But man, I tried tire compound on one of the cars before the guy drove it, and like I put the tire compound and give him the car right away, and he put it on the track. Like did not even wipe it off or like let it sit. He put two nice streak, like as soon as he took off two nice streak. But man, was he ever sliding everywhere? Like I guess the compound did not have time to work or whatever, and it just made his car slide everywhere.
Yeah.
We had to do a restart.
Yeah, you gotta let that sit at least 5-10 minutes.
It depends on how hot the tire is. If the tire's hot, it'll suck in. And
Well,
depending on
yeah,
the
but
compound.
like I said, who knows what this car's been doing before they even put the sauce on it?
So I also heard Simply Green helps with tires too.
Yes,
It
it will.
does.
It does.
Clean them.
Yeah.
See if I can't show that real quick.
If you're gonna Well, I just learned that it's more about conditioning your tires than actual,
Yes.
And don't forget, people also get, who race also get, not that anybody's gonna do this, but they get heaters for them.
no, well, it depends on what you're racing. There's heaters. Trust me.
You can see the two lines here. You can see the two lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much maybe a good hour after we've actually done this race. So that's the rubber and the tire prep that's still there that did not evaporate, because that's basically the tire prep that actually went there. We're gonna get it. Of course.
Yeah, just sitting there baking.
Yeah. So let me get rid of the ad and see if we can't see that.
That Rad X, the Rad X worked well, didn't it?
Yes, it did, but it was way too powerful for him to control anything, but it did work good.
I know it handled better than the truck.
Yeah, but the driver is not a racer and he was just there for fun.
Yeah.
So you can see the tire right here beside it. And this is basically where
6S versus a 2S. Should be interesting.
Oh, this guy stopped there and was watching us. Like, it's the first car I see there in the last 4 events I did.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, you need the exposure, Frank, because more people will be coming and want to get involved.
Yeah. For some
Which
odd
is
reason, the
6S
flash
tank?
was
Which is
flashing.
6S?
The red one.
X.
The red one?
The red one. But for some odd reason, the slash was just sliding everywhere. Like,
Isn't
early
that Rad
days
X on
racing.
8 scale?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Oh,
That's it. Take him out.
that was nasty. In a real race, they would
3
have
laps. Oh, it's running on 6S, yeah.
So lots of fun. You can actually see the first race, no, the second race. That's when he actually took off. Yeah, the white one, he had tire prep, but it was way too slippery. He did not control it.
That's the first lap.
You know what, Frank? If you're going to have 8 scale buggy racing, you're going to have to make that track a lot bigger and wider.
I'm not going to go on 8 scale. Even for the slash, some people were saying it was a little short. This time I had wider than 8 feet. I made it wider. Next time I'll go a little wider also. Make the track just a little bit wider, maybe 10 feet wide instead for the slash. So we're going to get better and better doing this and maybe changing the track. That's what people like, is I change the track layout every time. So it's
Yeah,
a
like you
type
can't
of
have the
race every
same.
time.
You know, even if you tried, it'd be hard to keep the same track.
I mean, technically, you could take up that whole rear end of the building and make a very long track.
Yeah, but then you can't see it because you gotta have it, you gotta be centered someplace to see both ends.
And
You
up
put it
high,
right in the middle of the track length. That's where
And
you
up
put
high.
them all.
and up high. I actually thought about getting the guys inside in a warehouse, opening up the warehouse door, and we have a raised dock, and having the guys there and do the track on the bottom, but I'm not going to start doing that because it's a warehouse full of equipment, of AV equipment. I don't want anything to go missing. I'm not saying everybody's a thief, but you never know what's going to happen if damage or
Yeah.
insurance
People be
purpose.
rolling out those high school TVs with VCRs all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, there's an 80-inch plasma. Cool. Or LCD. No, thanks. I see Mayer in the background. I have no idea who Mayer is.
I hate to
I'm just waiting for my nephew to get his ready to run
Damn it.
so we can race.
What's that you were saying, unknown? Keith was talking over you.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I have to clean my glass on my 3D printer.
Oh. Cool. And what was yours saying, Keith? I was trying to listen to unknown.
I'm trying to get my nephew to get his butt in gear so he can get his MO6 done so we can race.
Yeah, like show him videos of how fun the MO6 is, and like that he'll get it done. I wonder, Brad, do you have an MO6?
No, I don't. I don't have any on-road cars. I used to
Oh.
when back in the early days, I had some on-road cars.
Oh, you got to get a Kyosho. They're fun and fast.
They have the
Like an
Subaru.
on-road- I just was like an on-road to my anyways.
The Subaru,
I
yeah.
make it fast.
Subaru is nice. I was checking the tires on my car, on my orange one. Man, I think I'm going to need one before the next race, or do a tire rotation, they call it.
Yeah, put the back on the front on the back.
Yeah, but it's a 4x4.
You gotta do.
So
You
I
gotta.
guess it wouldn't
You
matter.
gotta do an X pattern when you rotate tires. You have to do an X pattern, don't you?
You're supposed on 1-to-1s, yeah, but I mean,
Well, that's what. Hey, Hey,
Sean
Sean,
says
I
let 'em till they're
used to
bald.
do it that way on my cars. I used to do an X pattern like you do on a real car.
Oh, Mayer is the truck from the movie Cars.
Oh, Mater.
Yeah, Mater.
Yeah.
Mater.
Mayor's truck.
So this tire is almost eaten all the way through in the back here.
Mm-hmm.
This tire is almost like I can feel like it's almost going to blow up soon, I think.
Put some duct tape on it.
This one you can
Then he'll
see,
slide around.
yeah. This one you can see I still got thread on the outside, but not on the inside. So the rear one seems to turn a little faster or spin a little more. The front one here, you can see still thread, but you can see this one is eating it on the inside corner. But these tires, see, this one is completely nice, almost. It's as if this one here is not
Doing
turned-
all the pulling, right?
Yeah, but I guess it all depends how
Oh, bye, Thompson.
how I
Yeah.
turn. This is always on the outside corner, so it's no weight on it.
Right.
But
So
these
I'm
tires
just-
would be better.
Sean, are you still in Chicago?
Tomorrow's my last day.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow's your last day?
Tomorrow's my last day, yep.
Well, it sounds like you've enjoyed yourself out there.
I did, I had fun. I had fun, so I probably won't be live tomorrow night.
Yeah.
There's so much shit to do. I gotta pack up my hotel room, figure out what I can get in my car, what I can't get in my car. Fucking,
Tip the maid,
yeah.
throw the mulch in
Clean,
there.
Help you out
clean
to your
up all
car.
the mulch.
Now,
Yeah.
real quick, I'll show you what the tires look when they're brand new. So when the tires are brand new. this
It
is
looks
what-
like they got a rim, I mean, a groove in the middle of them, huh?
That is what I'm talking about. It is a
Later,
threaded
Steve.
tire.
Yeah, have a good one, brother.
It's like a slick in
See
the
you,
center,
JP.
but you do have.
It's like a slick in the center and tread on the outside.
Now, everybody
Hey.
else has been running this.
Later, Dirk.
I'm on focus.
Yeah.
Is Dirk leaving and Spinrush leaving?
Yep.
Now you can
Bye.
see.
Now you can see them. Yeah, there's thread
Oh.
on there.
Yeah,
That is the type of tire I was talking about. That is a slick with a tread.
see, these, to me, they look like they're slippery, more slippery on the on-road race. They don't perform as good,
They look like a harder compound.
probably. But I do have to try them because I've been running the other car, but I do have to try these tires, not the car, but the tires on the track.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's gonna
that
take
one
the tires
tire
off
there,
that.
that's what the, basically you can get reference to what the tread should look like.
Yes.
Can you change the cant though? Cause why is it eating the inside of the tire? I want it to be eating the middle.
These, you cannot change a camber on it. Oh, I made a mess.
Oh, got my distributor wire in.
You can see if Kyosho makes something so you can make them have camber
Yeah,
adjustment.
my distributor wire, coil wire, I mean.
But
No,
I don't
Brad,
think Frank wants to
because
do that.
if you did that, then it would not be stock anymore.
I know. That's why you need to get into different classes.
Yes, but it gets
thought you
expensive when
had
you do
more.
different classes.
You need different glasses?
Classes.
You know, your ears are like your feet. You do wash them once in a while.
Oh, okay, I remember that.
No, sorry, my tongue just got in front of my eye tooth. I couldn't see what I'm saying.
So as you can see here, these A-arms, there's no ways to adjust them. So you cannot adjust the toe or anything on
Yeah,
this class of cars. The race cars that they have, you can, but these you cannot adjust them.
It's just weird, it's eating the inside of the tires so much.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit heavier springs, a little
Right.
heavier oil.
Maybe, yeah.
Trying to clean the dust off this
When
tire.
when
but-
you want to get into modified class, Frank, you could look up for options to change those things.
Yeah, but if I go modified, Brad, I probably will not run this type of chassis. I would run a different type of chassis that gives me more flexibility in adjustments.
Like a Tamayo can.
Oh my God, no.
Like
Why
carbon-
would you
not a
want-
Tamiya.
Like carbon,
Not a
like
Tamiya.
carbon fiber.
6 degrees of Tamiya.
So
yes.
this is
You're in
one
it now,
race.
son.
My son ran one event with these tires, so they're not done, but I ran 2 events.
Ooh, they're pretty
events
chipped
with
up
mine.
though.
So yeah, they are pretty much chipped up. He kind of,
Thanks, gonna have to buy a new TT01.
his body, well,
Just for the
see
tires.
back panel here, he sideswipes it, it's kind of up a little bit, so he doesn't like that. It
Yeah.
kind of popped out. I gotta loosen up the screws to see if it will pop back in. His mirror, is it on this side? Yeah, his mirror on this side is all eaten up. Come on, camera focus.
Oh yeah, when he rolled
Mirror.
it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this mirror here is all eaten up because
I'm surprised he didn't break it, man.
he hit the man cover and he actually slid on the truck like this for a good 5 feet, like just went like, oh.
Save the body.
And then he hit that big rock and you can see the dent here in the front in the front.
Yeah, this is too
I bet you that body to replace it is $50-$60.
Oh yeah. So he wasn't too happy that he
You know
did-
what's so funny? I was actually tank hitting everything that he played on his kid.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it was he was pushing his car to try to catch up to daddy. So
And I tried to hit that.
he did take me out of the race though. That's the third race we did. He took
I
me
saw
out.
some violent racing. People hitting the side on purpose.
Robbins racing, right?
Yeah.
But it's fun.
it all depends
Out of
who's
the
doing
RC, it
rubbing.
looks like Rubbin's wrecking, really.
Just aggressive driving.
You could say to your son, "I'll buy you a new body at Christmas."
No. He's only gonna wreck it again. Like,
Yeah.
Surprised that mirror
Clear.
lasted.
oh yeah.
Well, as
It's
Keegan said,
another
though,
one that's gonna be good.
yeah, but as Keegan said, though, the mirror probably saved the body a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know, he had fun. He broke it.
Yep.
This stupid little 3D printed mirror got stuck on a rock in the comp and I got stuck for 10 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
hey
was hoping
Frank, are
it'd
you gonna
break off.
are you
Need to
gonna
make
be
ones.
racing your Suzuki soon?
That's why you need to print them with the flexible rubber or flexible.
Yeah,
So they bend.
the next ones will be TPU.
Here's my thermostat.
Brad wants to know if you're gonna race your Suzuki's.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're gonna race it.
Oh, my Suzuki. Okay.
As-
Kind of had an issue with that. The guy that put it together put the casters in the back. He put the right and the left and the left and the right. So my caster were actually towing out instead of towing in. in the rear because
We have
he
to fix
didn't, he
Good
did
for
not
donuts.
pay attention. Pardon that?
Good for donuts.
Good for donuts.
Are you gonna be fixing that?
And also, oh, wait a minute, let me show that, Keith, hold on.
Oh, go
No.
ahead, Tony. Yeah, that's just my thermostat.
Maybe it's not good. I don't know.
Cool.
Turned out
And
good. Keith.
also in the front, and the dog bones that goes in the M chassis, MO3,
Yeah,
you have to have a little piece of rubber inside the
Yeah.
cup.
you need O-rings.
He did not put those O-ring in the cup. So guess what happened as soon as you cranked it all the way and you hit the gas? The dog bone
Popped it out.
popped out and actually was just jamming that front wheel there.
Oh man.
So you
So
gotta
there
do
was-
all that before you race it.
Which I did. Everything is fixed now, so I do want to, well, what I want to do is during my holidays, I'm going to call up on some of my son's friends and tell them, let's race at the local school here. So it's going to be all of them coming up. They're going to borrow my CCO1, my Kyosho's. I'm going to bring like 4 or 5 cars for the kid to run and
Cool.
hopefully not destroy.
And,
Maybe
and
you
the
should have
Suzuki
your
will be
son
in there.
call him. Maybe you shouldn't call him.
Yeah.
The what?
Maybe you shouldn't call him. Maybe have your son call him.
No, that's, yes, my son. It's gonna be
Hey,
strange
this
if
tank, you want to race with the truck?
Hello, little boys. Do you want to come behind the school?
want to play, at
Play
the
with my
school with me?
RCs.
I got candy.
Me and Julio down by the school.
The winner gets candy. The winner gets candy.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna do that with his school buddies or his baseball team as kind of a team builder
Nice.
group to get the kids together more.
And then they're gonna
Yeah,
ask the
baseball
parents,
team sounds
"Get me an
good.
RC car."
And try to get them that their mom and dad say, oh, those are cool, let's buy some.
And,
Yeah.
and then you could build an RC team for racing, even
Sure.
with the baseball team. Right, Frank?
Be a new-
Right.
There'll be a new thing out there instead of baseball, the RC racing.
Yes,
The
I might-
RC, the baseball team is the RC racing team.
Yeah.
The RC dozer blade. That's what you want.
RC Dozer Racing.
The RC dozer, that new dozer blade.
From RC 4-wheel drive that just came out, the new dozer blade.
Okay.
That's what you want.
Pretty aggressive looking.
Yeah.
Sean should start a competition of digging holes with the excavators.
Yeah.
Who can dig it out the fastest?
Bring your hoe. We'll start digging.
Yeah, bring your whole competition.
Or you might have one where who can fill up a back of a truck quicker.
It's got the quickest hoe.
Yeah.
Oh,
The sturdiest hoe.
Fastest hoe in the east.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Dirtiest hoe in town.
you got to fill up the truck with the excavator, and you have to dump it. And where you dump it, there's a weigh station. The first one to a certain weight wins.
That'd be good. Yeah.
And then you could have who can get the plow to the bulldozer the fastest to plow all the stuff in front of it.
Well, it depends, because that would depend if people have that new blade on compared to my older blade, because that newer blade will push a hell of a lot more than my older blade. I definitely see one of them blades in my future though.
Oh yeah.
Your bulldozer, you could use your bulldozer to push snow off your driveway.
You'd be kind to yourself if you just went ahead and ordered it now.
You could dig your way out of the snow too with your
You didn't
excavator.
know where to send it to though, Keegan.
Just send it down to Allentown. Have you got a hotel yet?
No, I haven't got it. I've got to sort that out this weekend. Well, I'll get I have a friend of mine that's a fucking team driver for RC 4-wheel drive, so
There you
I might see if he can get a deal or something maybe on it, you know?
Hey, at least when you get there, there's at least a music park there in town.
We're in Allentown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, amusement parks there.
Another
I
thing
can't remember what it is, but there is one.
Another thing I've been building is this thing,
Yeah.
puller, which is kind of interesting. I do have a 2-speed transmission in there. So it is only rear wheel drive, not 4x4. So
Hey,
these-
James.
So just for the fun of it, to see if I can build it. And Jem's hobby is 3D printed some motors. So I'll have 3 motors 3D printed, and it's going to be like a tractor with 3 motors.
Are you gonna have them in tandem, the motors, or side by side?
No, tandem, one in front of each other.
Yeah.
Hey,
So, fun.
Josh? Are you using any more of your parts tree on your Tamiya king hauler?
I haven't even got it all off yet.
Okay.
Cool.
I will send you what I can for the
I
chrome.
need some chrome stuff if you don't
Yeah.
mind for his motor. See, because I just ran 2 2 gas lines on mine coming out of the carburetor going down.
Now, one thing I have to figure out is a transmission. So I have to figure out to make it look like a transmission that goes down lower than the other one and the other one in front of it. So I do have to come up with something.
I got 2 transmissions Josh printed me out. I didn't use tank.
Yeah, they're going to be too big because
They'll be
those
too
motor
big.
are a little smaller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
James, Corey, welcome.
You can always cut the bottom off, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll just build a square box behind it. I don't know.
Not have no transmission showing, right?
You get the drive shaft all figured out?
Dry shaft for this one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why 2-speed though? You want it as low a gear as possible, no?
Yes, for
Column?
pulling, yes.
Mm.
Yeah, and I actually tried this because everything is installed on this, like dry shaft is installed, it's there. 2-speed is there. I tried it in the high gear. This is a 55 turn, so lots of torque. So it's a hobby wing 55 turn. On low gear, if I put this against the wall, on low gear, on carpet, it will spin the tires. It will kind of want to go and actually spin the tires. In high gear, it does not spin the tires. The motor just like cogs out. It just dies.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's a 55, because the high gearing is just too fast.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
What rear end is that?
Oh, this is a Element.
Okay.
Hey, Frank, I'm wondering something. You could, isn't there a 100-turn brush motor?
Yeah, but I don't want it too slow, because when you pull, you need that's initial speed when you take off, and then you need that power. So it's
Yeah.
finding the right balance of power ratio for pulling. So I do have another motor here. It's a 5.5 turn, or 6.5, but I think that's going to be too fast. It won't have the height, that torque. But it depends on which pinion I put. Right now, this pinion is pretty big. I can't remember the tooth on it, but it is pretty big. But I could change the pinion on there to make it better for the high speed. And it's even going to be slower on the slow speed. So I am going to play with it. This is just for fun. There is no competition here, local competition for pullers. As far as I know, I'm the first one in the area that's actually building a puller. So I don't know.
Keith, Bill is wondering if you have a chrome paint pen.
I do.
No, I got some chrome paint. I'm gonna have to get some more, but
Yeah, I got chrome Molotov paint.
Those chrome pins are nice.
What color are you going to make that puller, Frank?
Don't know yet. Maybe
I'll probably get me a chrome paint. Sorry, Tank.
maybe green, like John Deere green. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, Keith would love that.
I would do like more than John Deere. You see them like all internationals. I would do it like a red with a white stripe, like an international.
Okay.
Something like so.
I thought John Deere also had a yellow stripe on some of their vehicle, on some of their.
They
Green, yeah.
do.
So letters in John Deere are yellow generally,
Yeah.
I've also seen a stripe that's a yellow.
like a racing stripe.
No, it's a broad, like a fettuccine noodle.
Got rally stripes on it.
It was in that size.
And I got a cricket. I think I'm going to put a cricket thing that's going to say powered by Jem's Hobby. Got the 3 engines, so powered.
That's what I need. I need someone to print me out a jack sticker for Jem's truck.
You should put
I mean,
plates on
I
it.
can
that say,
do
"Oh
it
my-"
in paint, but
Are you talking the Pork Chop Express part? or
yeah. No, I'm gonna paint the Pork Chop Express,
Okay.
but on the door it says Jack. You want that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
His character was named Jack.
Yeah.
Wasn't
because I'm gonna have Keegan find me a Kurt Russell.
it? Yeah, he's
There
gonna
is
find
one.
it. Go to Keegan. He's got all the dolls.
NECA
He's got all the
has
figures.
what a Kurt Russell from It, but not. I don't know about that movie. Not It. What's the movie?
Thing.
With
He got a wife beater.
yeah,
The
yeah.
thing.
It was
Yep,
thing.
I'm sure
would probably be
McFarlane probably has one off him somewhere. Be like,
Thanks, Corey.
You'd have to customize them.
yeah.
You could use that.
Joss, what you really should get is that monster at the end where he's hanging out the
That's what I
back
was
of the
gonna talk
truck.
to you about. I was gonna have you paint him on the back.
Yeah.
I want you to
He
paint the
says-
monster on the back.
You want me to paint the monster on the back? Well, yeah, there's writing on the back too. I don't know what it says, but
Why? What truck are you doing?
Pork Chop
semi.
Express.
What's
Making
the
it like the Pork Chop Express or
Big
Big
Trouble
Trouble in Little
in
China.
Did,
Action
John,
movie piece.
Yeah, I don't think I ever watched that.
I thought the Pork Chop Express was white, and Keith says it's not necessarily white.
Kind of like a
It's
cult classic.
off-white. It's like a dirty
Off-white?
white eggshell. Yeah.
An eggshell white,
Yeah.
like my walls.
It's
It's
Arctic
not
white.
clear. It's not like shiny white.
It's Arctic white.
Arctic.
Yeah.
There's an Arctic gray too. Porsche makes an Arctic gray.
Oh, Jack's got an Arctic white Traxxas.
Yeah, I know. Snake Plissken. But that
Yeah,
was
Snake
like-
Plissken.
This one?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's on the back? Can you get a good back picture?
That also has green and yellow, doesn't it?
No, it's blue.
Blue and yellow.
Blue.
It's hard to see in
Yeah,
that
it's
picture.
blue and yellow.
I don't know if they have a back. Oh, yes, they do here.
Yeah, I don't what that. I forgot
Big
what that says.
Adventure.
Oh, Big
That's-
Trouble in
that's
Little
not in the-
China. That's what
Yeah,
it
that's
says.
not on the
Trouble
movie,
in
though.
Little China. Yeah.
Yeah. You want me to put that on there?
Sure, if you want,
Okay. I mean,
but I'd rather have I don't want it to interfere with the monster because I think that's one of the best ending scenes.
Mhm.
yeah.
What monster?
In the movie.
The monster
In
from
the
the tunnel
movie.
from the movie. He's
Yeah.
riding on the back of the truck at the very end.
At the very end.
No,
yeah.
you need a figure of the monster.
Yes.
Yeah. Figure the
I gotta
monster.
figure out.
Or like the
Tank, see if
monster
you
here
can
in the
find
back
one
there.
of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the-
like
the
that
monster
right
in the
there.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he's actually going to have it on the back, like in the end of the movie, he had an actual monster on the back of his truck.
Yeah, that's what you need. You need to try to find a figure of the
And it's written
monster.
Jack
Oh,
on
look at
it.
it, it's dirtied up too.
Yeah, it says Jack on it. Yeah, it's all dirty. Yeah. All that
I
shit's
don't, I
dirty.
don't think I've ever seen that movie. What's it called?
Big Trouble
Big
in Little
Trouble.
China.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Mhm.
You just send me all the chrome stuff too, right? So I can dirty it up.
Sure.
When you saw
Okay.
the
Then you
back,
can
when you
have
saw
the-
that-
Parts trees.
when you saw the
Okay.
monster on the back of his truck, you thought there was going to be a second one.
Yeah. How it ended is going to be it.
Left it open for a new one.
Yeah. Even though the main bad guy died.
They could have had a new one. There's always new bad guys.
I see that monster. Put
I
and
like the guy in the hat, really, even though the guy with the muscly guy turned into a
Yeah.
frog wasn't my.
So Kurt Russell and the monster is $450 on eBay.
Yeah.
That's how much the figure costs?
There's one with a 6-member cast and it's 1,600.
So you got a picture of it, Sean?
It's on eBay.
Yeah,
The figure of the monster is that expensive?
that's a 6. That's one with 6 different figures.
6 inches.
There's the monster. Is
might
that
be
the monster you're
something,
talking about?
yeah. Depends who made them.
Is that the
Look what
monster? Is this the monster you're talking about? Oh, where did this go?
Eclectic lecture, because I want a redhead with green eyes.
Is that the monster?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's the monster.
Is that the monster?
I'm on eBay.
I don't
Put
see
him.
them.
Put
Okay.
him on. Oh, Tank's looking at it right now.
hold up. It's not coming up, but
Just a Big Trouble Little China action figures.
On eBay America, like Canada crap.
Yeah,
You know, that movie became a cult classic. I thought it was panned in the beginning, but it ended up becoming a cult classic.
Oh yeah.
I have to watch it again before I do the truck.
Isn't it Snake that's in Escape from New York also?
Snake
Yes.
Plissken. Snake Plissken. Yeah. Escape
He's
from
Jack
LA.
Burton in this.
Yeah, he's Jack Burton there.
I got you.
But Escape from New York's first one, then Escape from LA.
You also have to have him have a machine gun in his hand or a submachine gun in his hand.
Right.
one thing I
Yeah,
noticed.
he had a
was-
machine gun in that one. Sorry, Tank.
One thing I noticed when you weather something, the more you weather it, the more it looks nicer. Like if you
Yep.
try to put a little bit of weather, yeah, it looks okay. But then you try to add more, then oh, it's starting to look a little bit better. And then you add more or different color, and you just keep adding to it, and it just turns the truck a heck
Hey,
of a lot.
Chris,
so there is other ones for like $25 and $30 and stuff.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, the monster. Yeah.
didn't he have a
Even
chrome
Kurt
bar?
Russell.
Josh, don't get one. I'm going to try to do something for you, but I'm going to just don't buy one yet.
You know
Okay.
what? You could 3D print the monster, couldn't you?
You might be able to do that.
Doesn't he need? You have to. Was there a silver bar or chrome bar on the back of his truck so it could hold on to it?
Yeah, there's one on the battery door.
Ah,
You don't know that about Tamiya's, Brad? Shame.
well,
I think he was talking about
I
the
was talking about
truck.
that.
Oh, the
I was
real one.
talking about. I wasn't talking about necessarily the Tamiya. I was talking about on the Pork Chop Express.
Yeah, he does have a machine gun, don't he?
Yeah.
Machine gun on a knife.
Yeah.
With Kurt Russell.
It's
Yeah.
funny. It's funny. He shot up in the air and knocked
He's
himself
got
out.
an Uzi.
Yeah,
He's
it's an
got
Uzi.
an Uzi.
They have to be 14 scale figures, which is kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
The 14 scale figures that they're hard to find.
Yeah, from what I've seen anyway.
Well, the
They're
monster
only,
could
what,
be a
5
little bit
inches?
bigger.
Because he'd be sitting in the interior in that thing.
Yep.
And you also would have to make a CB radio in his hand.
About four, but anywhere between a 4-inch and a 5-inch figure would work.
Yeah.
It's tight, but so. Anything bigger than a 5-inch, you're cutting the feet off. So
Just the printed head was 150 up there.
great.
Psh,
Wow.
Hey,
No,
Chris, what are you
yep.
doing?
You could also 3D print a Kurt Russell guy.
You mentioned that once or twice.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mention about 3D printing him. I said the monster.
RCD4's in the chat. I know he's been
Oh,
doing a
hi,
lot of
Chris.
racing lately, but I don't know if he's been doing a lot of construction. I know he had that construction yard at his house, but ever since he started racing, I don't think he's touched a lot of construction equipment.
Or crawlers.
Got
Or
quick
crawl.
answer.
Said he just did a trail run for 2.5 miles.
Oh, nice.
True.
The HG Hummer, that's that big one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the bigger Hummer.
That's the realistic one.
Oh, hey, Sean, how's your raffle going?
There's 6 spots left.
Damn.
It's just like you're trickling in them.
I know, so I'll get the 6, I'd like to get the 6 spots up before I go home. Well, not before, I go home, but before I leave to go to Allentown again at least, or even before I go to Leadstock next Thursday. I got done then, I'll do a raffle before that. Let's see. The last 6 spots, you know.
Yeah. Hey, Keith,
What?
when you do the Pork Chop Express, I think it's gonna take you a long time.
It might.
You're gonna count the hours. It's probably gonna take as long as you doing your toxic turtle.
I'm over 150 on this. I worked on it 3 or 4 hours today.
Oh, Bruno's
That's
in
no
the chat
rush.
also.
Yep.
Queenie. There's
Man.
Matt.
I thought you meant you went 150 miles an hour, Keith.
Yeah,
I mean,
Bruno-
are you giving him the same body as the one you were running, Josh?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's definitely gonna have to putty that up or do something to fix the cracks in it, like
I
they
was
do.
gonna send them. I was gonna send them a tube of Tamaya putty.
That'll work. I can work with that.
That's the
Like
links
to
for
fill in the
Sean's.
scratches, like they do on cars and dents and stuff.
Now I got this, Keegan, I got this about 2 months
Oh, that
ago,
sucks.
and I've been working on it every night on the talks and even more than that. So
So
Me
Green
and
Frog
Got
has
over 100
about
hours. in it.
150, over 150, I think.
Green Frog has put the raffle. You
Thank
got
you very much, Stephen.
the raffle?
Come on,
Look at
people.
that
Let's
cute
get
little Irish guy.
Six more of them done. 6 more of them done, and it's got on the block.
So instruction on how to send it. Here's the PayPal. It's $20 per ticket, and there's 6 tickets left.
Yes, hurry up.
We can testify to the
$20
amount
you
of
can
work you
win
put
this.
into it.
Yeah.
I can drag the Porchok Express in so I can work on
And once you buy it, you can take the for sale sign off of it.
Yeah.
it.
And something I don't mention in the video, there's a whole bag of fucking another bag full of doors, all the little parts for the sides, a whole other bag full of.
You bought a bunch
Wow.
of part trees and stuff for parts, didn't you?
Yeah, so there's all the part trees and all of it too.
Oh, I love parch trees.
Yeah.
So, hey guys, who needs
Really?
to buy 6 more raffles? He put a lot of money and time into that thing.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
You should buy a ticket, Brad. $20. It's not expensive.
I don't have $20 to spare,
It's
unfortunately.
it's been
That's
going
Grub
on
Street.
since what? May?
Yeah,
Something like
probably. Yeah.
From May, don't tell me from May you couldn't have like put from 10 days, put $2 in a jar. Like save up $20.
That's the iced tea fund.
Problem is, I couldn't pay him the way he needs to be paid. I don't
Oh.
have.
There's always way to figure out if you really want it, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. You
I
wanna
guess
get
you're not
paid.
gonna have a tow truck
If
from
you
Tamaya.
really want something, you will save and save and save, get it.
I said to
All
me,
the time.
Brad doesn't
I
want
didn't get all these RCs by just going out and buying it. I saved up for it.
Yeah, and Brad
Well,
doesn't
I need
want
to start
Tamiya.
putting some money in my savings account, but I have other things that my money's got to go to right now.
We'll talk about that offline.
Kurt, if you want to find out what I did to Lyle, start this video from the start. And watch the first 5 minutes, you'll understand.
Now, Keegan, you said something about losing his house. Did something happen to Lyle's house?
Yes, in Calgary.
Oh, okay. I
That's
didn't
why
know.
he's here now in Ontario.
Okay.
Like many of us.
Yeah,
Had hard times during the COVID pandemic and stuff.
Yeah.
he's up beside Bushman. Really?
Yeah, quite close, I believe.
He's on the reservation.
Yeah, I want to try to go
I thought you were
there.
joking like the house floated away in the flood. His
All right.
trailer stuff.
That,
Wow.
that,
No,
that,
Oh, no,
So
yeah,
he
he
moved it
lost another
beforehand, but
house.
it was pretty damn close to.
yeah, I think Bushman went over and helped him get it out
Yeah.
of there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get his truck out of there too.
Yeah, I want to try to get there one weekend during my holiday to actually crawl with them, like bring a
Mhm.
crawler and just go in the woods and just have fun with bushmen.
Their videos are cool.
So
Doesn't he have like 5 guys that go running?
No,
Bushman?
Bushman,
Yeah.
that's it. Him and
He
Bushman.
had Rookie with them the other day, didn't he?
Well, yeah, rookie was in, yeah, rookie's in town, or I don't know if he's still in town.
he's doing like a cross country trip or something somewhere. I forget where. But
No,
He's
he's
probably-
with Lyle right now.
yeah,
He's
stopped in
probably also on the way to see Aaron.
I'm not sure where he's going. Maybe he just went to see Lyle. But yeah,
Yeah,
they-
but since he's out that
FMS.
way, if he's doing a cross country track, you might as well see Aaron on the top of it all.
Well, yeah,
there's
sure.
my phone.
That's a
Why-
long way back.
Mhm. I'd go. Let's all just show up at Aaron's, right?
yes,
Probably got a long driveway. We'd have to honk really long.
There
Loud.
was one time Aaron was talking about like host his own freaking building his own big RC thing and host his own event. That would have been
Yeah.
fucking awesome. You know, to bring
Yeah.
up.
And camping or something.
Yeah, doing a certain part of the
I don't know, but Sean, you're a camper?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and then John would
Sean's
join
not
you
a
guys.
camper. Sean's the person that will sleep anywhere.
Yeah. I'd sleep on a bed of nails, right? Mhm.
John would go up there with both his things.
What's that?
You'd probably like to join them up there with both your rigs
Where?
in Ontario with Lyle.
No, we weren't talking about it. We were talking about Aaron was at one time talking about doing an RC event out of his land.
yeah. On his
Yeah.
end, he was thinking of building an RC park and
Yeah.
RCtopia. He was saying,
Yeah, that would be
hosting
fun.
people. But
He's
Guru.
he's been doing all kinds of other shit.
Yeah, he's got like that robot thing, one wheel thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He bought Lyle just bought himself a Red Cat bachelor.
Queenie.
Things
Yeah.
cool.
and now he has to deal with 2 women at the house. That's crazy. Not
Yeah.
one, but 2.
Probably easier to deal with them if you're in control of the money.
Yeah.
Not true.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get on to the after hour show. But before we go to the after hour show, let's go into saying our goodbye. And we're going to start with our chat moderator for tonight, Unknown.
Yeah, trying to make a change, trying to be more my name. You'll see me less and less of me, but hearing a lot more of me. So y'all have a great weekend. Thanks for the invite. Stay green. Peace.
Cool. Unknown is going to start becoming the invisible man, the invisible unknown man. Green Frog.
He's living up to his name. Appreciate the invite. Everybody have a good evening, and hopefully we'll have somebody doing a live tomorrow night. See you there.
Cool. Thank you very much. Sean's RC Adventure.
Everybody, thanks for taking the time to stop by, showing thank the support week in and week out. And as I said, I won't be live tomorrow night, but maybe I'll jump in on somebody's live Saturday if they're doing one when I'm driving back, because it's got like 12-hour drive back to New York. So let's see how that goes. Anyway, thanks for the invite, and peace out, everybody.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. Mr. the Man, the Myth, the Legend, Brad Kalman himself.
Thanks for joining me. Big chat room attendance. Hope you guys will join me on Tuesday, as well as I don't know what else, but hopefully we'll see you all again.
Sergeant J, let's see here. Kurt,
Kurt. Bunch of guys. Gems
Yeah.
RC, your turn.
See,
Maybe.
gems or gems?
Gems.
Gems.
Okay. Thanks for
Mhm.
having me. Always a pleasure, Tank, and the chat and the panel. So I'll see you next week.
Thank you very much. John Martin.
thanks for having me, and see you on the next one.
Thank you. The gerbil man. No, hamster man.
Hamster man.
Hamster man.
Yeah, thanks, Tank. I appreciate you all the times you're doing this, and keep your RCs muddy, keep your hamsters smiling, and keep your turtles toxic.
Very much. So where's that? The spotlight for everybody. Thank you guys. Thank you for jumping in here with me tonight. And remember, it's the hardest thing to say to somebody that you care about is sorry. So it's not as easy as you think, but do it. It feels great. And we'll talk to you guys later. Till then,
Well,
go pick up some batteries and go out there and break something. Because if you're not breaking it,
Got a question, Tank.
yeah. Do we have to say sorry or do we have to say sorry? Like you Canadians.
sorry.
They
Sorry.
sing happy birthday to Guru before they
Somebody,
leave?
Oh, it's
Guru's
Guru's
birthday
birthday. Okay, happy birthday,
Happy
Guru.
birthday, Guru.
Happy birthday, Guru.
Happy birthday, Guru.
Happy birthday, Guru.
Go charge up some
Birthday,
batteries,
Guru.
Guru, and go out there break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun. Just like Brad was having fun this week, he broke
I
a shitload of
was
stuff.
having a terrible time. I was very upset.
He had a blast. Like you could not stop him.
I was
in the
not
chat.
having a
Like,
blast when things
oh
would break on me.
boy, he was going and going. He was having so much fun.
Right?
He had to put it on YouTube.
I was showing how bad it makes me feel.